Love, peace, light, and darkness, soul family. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, welcome on in. My name is Jazz. If you're one of my A1 Day 1 subscribers, shout out to you, spiritual gangsters, you original souls. I did not like yesterday's love reading, so I'm guided to come back on today. Let's hit a redo button. I feel like in regards to the collective, you guys, we have a few different waves of people in love in the collective. So a lot of you guys were guided to the collective by way of love. So you have those people who are with their person that was their catalyst still. And then you have those people that are still in the collective because of their current love. So that's a totally different wave. And then you have those people that are like engagement and marriage and union. That's a whole nother wave. I just really did not like yesterday's love reading. It was just giving like one particular wave. I try to throw all three waves into the love readings. Hey everybody, happy Friday. Jumana, you was just watching yesterday's reading. That's why I'm back here. I didn't like yesterday's reading. I didn't like the energy in the reading. But as a reader, you can't really pick and choose what you pick up on. And it's just, it is what it is, y'all. Within this collective, there's about 3 different waves of people in love. A lot of y'all are only a part of tarot land and the collective of tarot on YouTube specifically because of a catalyst. There was somebody who came into your life that guided you towards this collective because there was more guidance in this collective for the rest of your journey. Then some of you guys have been on the journey. It's fuck the catalyst at this point. You done ran into a soulmate, a something. And then that's another wave where you guys are into the thick of it. You know what I'm saying? You guys are getting to know each other every single day, evolving with each other every single day. And then there's the other wave of people who is like engaging and proposals and unions and marriages. We gotta read for everybody, you know what I'm saying? But yesterday's love reading, it wasn't given. So I wanted to come back on here and do a love reading, and they was like, nah, do it for the divine feminine. Y'all, when was the last time I gave us a divine feminine specific reading? Yeah, I'm about to be selfish. All about us. All about us. Put your crown on. I'm about to straighten our crowns, okay? All about us today. About to be real specific. So no masculine energy, and understand me. Just because y'all see divine feminine, I hope my masculines are in here. We're talking about the energy, you guys. We are talking about the energy, the feminine energy. We are not talking about the genitalia. We are talking about the energy that we all possess, okay? And one of my classes, one of my favorite classes right now is my women's studies class, and we're focusing on intersectionality. And it's giving me a broader understanding of non-binary, of the LGBTQPAI plus community, and it's really broadening my understanding of how gender norms are based upon societal norms, and how the perceptions that we have of each other's gender and femininity and masculinity, that shit is just a facade altogether. So I want to bring these back, you guys. Like, I miss reading just for divine feminine and spoiling her with my love for that hour, and then I miss reading just for the divine masculine and spoiling him with my attention and my affection for that hour. So let's spoil divine feminine real quick. So put your crowns on, y'all. Let's straighten our crowns today. We're gonna bless our reading one time for the one time and tap right on in. Thank you, God. Thank you, angels. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, ascended masters. Mother God, Father God, I ask that you utilize me as a humble vessel. Fill me up with divine love, divine light, divine lessons, divine blessings, divine guidance, and divine intuition for myself and for my beautiful soul family. I ask that you fill us up until we overflow, mentally, spiritually, physically, and emotionally. I shade to the ancestors. Aibo to my lineage, and Amun to the originals. All right, you guys. So my channeling, let me channel real quick. Divine feminine. How many of y'all been tapping into Big Mama? That's what she called herself to me. How many of y'all been tapping into Big Mama? Mama Universe. Ain't she angry? Ain't she mad? What's up, Kayla? Long time no see, beloved. I hope all has been well. I miss you guys. I love it here with y'all. Have y'all, Divine Feminine, have y'all been tapped into Big Mama? She only coming for me? Don't do me like that. Y'all know we connected. So Big Mama is angry. Big Mama is symbolic of the dark matter within our universe. Big Mama is big. She big, y'all. Very big energy. And she's angry. She's upset. She ain't playing no games right now. You said I have to watch The Barbarian. Please give me movies. In the comment section, can y'all give me movies? Because on my spare time, I'm tired of reading. Okay, I'm ready for some stimulation outside of just reading. So yeah, if y'all have some movies for anybody on a spiritual journey, going through a spiritual awakening that y'all recommend, drop them in the comments so that way we could tap in. Look, and then John Legend's song came on right when I'm channeling her. Y'all been tapped into Big Mama? She angry, y'all. This may be our earth, but it's her universe I've been channeling. And I was channeling that humanity was given a certain amount of time. A certain amount of time to wrap this shit up, to get this shit together before Big Mama has to intervene. The universe inside you. That's what I've been channeling, y'all. She's coming through the divine feminine to fix shit, to correct shit, to reestablish order and justice and balance. A lot of you guys are going through a certain type of DNA upgrade that feels unusual, okay? You ain't used to these symptoms. You ain't used to this energy. You almost not making it. Can we keep it 100 with each other? We're into the thick of it, right? A lot of you guys are going through this massive recalibration because she needs humble vessels. And she picked the divine feminine to reestablish this order, to reestablish this balance, to reestablish this justice. And divine feminine over here feeling all unorthodox and uncomfortable. But don't y'all feel it's like the maternal ancestors laying hands on you. Don't y'all feel that? Just be patient, baby. Don't y'all feel that maternal embrace while you're into the thick of it? Like it's something about while you're going through your trials and your tribulations right now, there is a maternal energy surrounding us that's like, don't you wipe them tears. Get off your knees. Dust yourself off. Let me show you how to do this shit. Let me get you to where you're supposed to be at. Like, why the fuck does it feel like this Big Mama energy is supporting divine feminine like no other before? So if you ain't had no mama, if you ain't had no grandmama, if you ain't had that auntie figure, the universe right now is showing up like the fucking crone, the maiden, and the mother. All at once. All at once. It's weird. It's unusual. It's unusual. Y'all niggas been crying with smiles on y'all faces. Why the fuck do y'all think that is? Y'all are purging, y'all are releasing, y'all are transforming, y'all are going through the whole fucking motions of the chrysalis and the butterfly and all of this other shit, but it's a whole fucking smile on your face. You feel protected, don't you? You feel calm, you feel at ease, you feel at peace. My mantra lately is all emotions are valid. Every single last one of them. Them ones I was taught to fear, the ones I was taught to frown upon, all emotions are valid. In that space, transformation happens rapidly. Some of y'all don't realize the less patience and compassion that you give yourself through this transformation, the more that your spirit is beating you up because you steadily beating it up. You steadily telling yourself, hurry up. We ain't got time. I need you to get it together. And your spirit like, nah, bitch, hurry up. You ain't got time to keep procrastinating this process. I need you to get it together. The mind and the spirit just on two separate agendas right now. And Big Mama is merging the two to come back together. She's symbolic of the universe. And with John Legend's song in the background right now, it's talking about how we are made of stardust. The universe inside us. If she needs a great work or a good work to be done, it's through our footsteps. We are the living, breathing spirit. I don't give a fuck who your prophet or your Messiah is. I don't care who's at your altar, who has your Met or your Ori. We, us, me and you. That's it. We're the living, breathing spirit. Can't shit get done if we don't opt into the mission. Can't nothing get done if we don't say, hey, pick me. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm right here. We're the living, breathing spirit. We worshiping shit that's over here worshiping us. Waiting for us to figure out that we got things to shake and to move and to maneuver. So yeah, I've been channeling Big Mama. And I heard that she ain't only been coming for me. And I heard that the way that she about to come reestablish order is symbolic of the way that all big mamas hold down the household. Everybody listen, everybody in formation. Don't nobody talk back. Don't nobody question shit. And I'm sitting here looking at the rise of the like black women are leading in education right now. Times is changing big time. 90th percentile. So within about 10, 15, maybe 20 years, give or take, who are our next leaders? Who's reaching and striving for these positions of power right now? It's not your typical white supremacist agenda no more. Big Mama is using our vessels. So I'm here to tell you, if you opted into a spiritual journey, shit, some of us didn't even choose the shit. I don't recall choosing nothing. I feel like this shit chose me. But if this spiritual journey chose you, you got work to do. Some of you guys are in a phase where it's just all about you. Some of you guys are getting put in a phase where it's getting ready to be about you and others. How does spirit get to utilize you to help others now? That's why I don't like to hold that title healer, because it's weight on it. But the goal here, you guys, is to figure out how to do it yourself and just show other people the way. So it's not about healing nobody else. Y'all not coming to me, getting anything from me that I ain't giving to myself. If I may take that pressure away from you that y'all been applying, you don't have to be a healer to nobody else but you. And as you learn how to heal yourself, you get the codes and you able to give it to other people now. So it's been a lot of pressure applied to how to assist through the spiritual journey. Divine Feminine Spirit is just asking you to show people the way. Show them what you did. Because I promise you, everybody's spirituality ain't for everybody. But it's a boat that you could float on somewhere out here. That's why when you see people that aren't in alignment and they're in spaces that they don't belong, that's the only issue with the journey. It's not going where you are supposed to be. And you notice those people by their comments. You notice those people by their projections, by their, you know what I'm saying? They're not clearly supposed to be here. This is just not, this ain't it for them. Whereas it could be it for everybody else. You guys have to understand, a lot of divine feminines right now are finding their covens. They're finding their tribes, and they're realizing how small they have made themselves to fit into spaces and places that they never belonged to begin with. That's why it's uncomfortable. You too busy balling yourself up. You too busy minimizing yourself. You too busy making yourself smaller when it's a whole place over there that's built for your size, that's built for your magnitude, that's built for that shit. So Big Mama's coming through us. And if you guys don't know, the womb, the uterus, is literally like it's like a telephone. It's like, y'all know the game of telephone when we used to put the cords and the phones and shit. We are all connected through that portal. Yes, I have one and you have one, but there is one universal uterus, if that makes sense. And that's why there's something special about the way that divine feminines are able to connect to one another. I can literally get around one of my sisters and our periods will synchronize because our vessels are literally that intertwined with one another. We are one in the same, you guys. Not only do we share that spirit, but we also have that special connectivity to one another as well as a feminine energy. That portal is powerful, and that portal is being utilized for higher powers now to assist us in our journeys, to utilize our journeys as the living, breathing spirits to assist this world as well. And it's coming through in such a mature way. So to all of my younger people, if you're still in your 20s and you just feel this overwhelming sense of I'm growing up or things are speeding up for me, you know what I'm saying? This is inevitable. I feel like it's just time, and I feel like what we're getting ready to realize in the next couple of years to come is the divine feminine reestablishing either balance, or we might see a matriarchy in our lifetimes, you guys. And I'm just looking at statistics right now. Look at how Black women are seeking to have more positions of power than Black men right now. And trust me when I understand there are so many things socially and systematically that contributes to the lack of Black men seeking positions of power. But that's the reality we live in. Don't be surprised if you live to see a matriarchy. I believe all of us will see the first female president, period, in our lifetimes. Absolutely. And right now, divine feminine, the goal here, I was just learning how even when it comes to how children are socially constructed, we can look at how toys are geared towards gender. Most boys have action figures and video games and things that promote cognitive thinking and expansiveness and brain power and all of these other things, while most girls have baby dolls and playhouses, and who had their little easy bake ovens and shit like that, which promotes domestication. It promotes us, keeping us from striving for the same opportunities or positions. It promotes a deficiency in the way that we process our thoughts in comparison to boys in the way that they're brought up to process their thoughts. So understand me, by the time children reach teenage years, boys are more so geared towards striving for their career and planning out their future and wanting more out of life and seizing more out of life than females or girls have been bred. And all of this stuff is by way of programming. This shit happens as early as we come into this world, you guys. And then our families control these narratives further, and then our school systems further push these narratives on us. Divine feminine, I just need us to understand you don't need a Prince Charming. Yo, is that $100 donation? Y'all love me like that? Thank you for the $100, Professor Einstein. I humbly appreciate it. I love it here with you guys. That threw me off. That threw me left. That threw me left. That threw me off. What was I saying? I just want to validate why some of you guys feel as though your dreams are further fetched than your reach. The world wanted you to be that way to prevent what's happening in these timelines right now. They did everything in their power to stop the divine feminine from rising to this place where it's my world. It's not a man's world no more. And the reality of it is, the more women that are in, I think the statistics I was just studying showed that more households that opt into an equal, fair dividend, dividing things fairly, 50-50, however it works for you, that lowers the divorce rate. So while everybody was striving for this white supremacist household structure where the woman stays at home, she cooks, she cleans, she takes care of the kids, please understand me, I'm not taking that away from you if that's still something that you want, but those are the households that are leading in the divorce rate right now. It's usually where there's a stay-at-home mother versus where the woman is in the workforce. Those are the relationships and the couples that are lowering the divorce rate, because clearly there was something off kilter, off balance with the world as a result of domesticating the feminine in the way that we did, and not allowing her to reach her level of superiority and programming her mind to believe that she was inferior. And we don't have to go into this whole, we all start off as women in the y'all, I got so much content on that Black woman is God shit, and I just don't want to use this particular video to really, you know, make that point. But divine feminine, you don't need somebody to give you that life that you've been looking for. You just need you. You just need those parts of you that the world tried to rob from you. Those perspectives of you that the world tried to take from you. That's the only thing that you need back. You need your truest, most authentic identity. We can see the effects of this imbalance in the world. The fucking ratio of women to men, please quote me, y'all, it's like 15-1, 13-1 or some shit. So hypothetically, all y'all want monogamy, right? If every one of them men only chose 1 out of 15 of them women, y'all wouldn't have them families that y'all looking for. Y'all wouldn't have them kids and them marriages and them unions and them. And this is not to frown upon monogamy whatsoever. I'm just saying, look at what this inequality has done, even in regards to how the world is being populated right now. We are producing more women because we need more women to wake the fuck up. We need more odds in our favor. When you got women producing that ratio right now, that is a clear universal imbalance that's occurring inside and outside of ourselves. And it's manifesting externally now. So out of those 15 women, you mean to tell me only 1 of them about to get married? Only 1 of them about to have kids? Only 1 of them get to have a family? This is what we have done to the world by what we have done to the feminine energy. You said there are more men in the world than there are women? Let's look into that. Do I have my tablet? The last time I did my research, beloved, my tablet is upstairs. But I'm going to go across what I read until I can verify whether or not what you're saying, or unless you can drop a link for us and somebody can verify that. But to my knowledge, we have fucked that ratio up to the point where it's that off kilter, you guys. So I can't quite, I'm not saying what he's saying is incorrect. What she's saying is incorrect. But until I can see it and stand on the fact that I'm wrong, this is what we talk about. So whether it's men or whether it's women, we did this, you guys. This is a clear external manifestation of an internal balance of masculinity and femininity, where now the world feels like it needs more women because the actual feminine energy, the actual feminine presence cannot be seen or felt by the universe on this planet anymore. It is not activated or operating in its truest, most authentic essence in nature. And it is docile and submissive and dominated by this patriarchal society as we know it. I'm here to empower the divine feminine to chase them dreams. I was just looking at another study that showed that the moment that a woman reaches that childbearing age, she automatically lets go of her dreams. Y'all, I kind of felt that shit. And it made me feel some type of way. I ain't gonna hold you. I felt like when I started to reach like 27, 28, and I'm like, okay, so where these babies about to fit in? My business stopped mattering as much to me because to me, motherhood was more important. My education, me continuing it, stopped mattering that much to me because to me, motherhood was higher priority. My job and all of this other stuff, it wasn't as interesting because here it is. How many women feel like you got to pick one or the other? That's what the world has programmed us to believe. When in all actuality, there's so many women out here doing both. They make that shit look good. And no, I know it's not easy, but it's doable and it's possible. And those are the narratives that need to be put out there versus the opposite. So now women feel as though in order to have that, I got to give this up. And some of y'all want that so much that you stop pursuing your dreams. You let go of your goals. Your ambition starts to fall by the wayside, and you look at it as a sacrifice. And the world tells you that that sacrifice is justified because your number one role, your number one purpose, your number one duty and job in this world is to procreate and reproduce. So we will put procreation and reproduction as a top priority over the soul mission and the soul growth and and everything that's etched and written specifically onto your soul. The world has programmed us to give us up for the production of it, because the more that we reproduce for it, the more that the world's well-oiled engine gets to keep rolling. But the actual spirit of the divine feminine, it's broken. It's broken. It's like you telling a majestic ass animal like a horse that all you good for is that caniculon, sis. All you good for is a little braid in hair, my nigga. And that bitch could run its ass off. That bitch could run miles in races, and it's so strong, and it's a powerful, majestic animal. But we just be telling it, nah, I just need you for this motherfucking caniculon so I could go get these knotless. That's what we do to the divine feminine. I know that's a fucked up analogy, and it probably didn't hit the way I needed it to, but get me when I say that's kind of symbolically what we've been doing to ourselves. And because we see men in power, we start to kiss their ass because now we think that they're the only ones that can give us that want, which is that family, which is that title, or whatever it is that your spirit is wanting at that time, or your inner child. A lot of it is linked to the fairy tales that were told to our inner children. And now our inner children have this almost utmost refusal to let that shit go, because I've been holding on to that, and you're not going to tell me that that shit ain't possible now. You got me fucked up, world. I've been holding on to that. I've been waiting on that. I've been patient for that. So some of it is just the programming and the attachment that's linked to the inner child, and the unwillingness to let go of that dream or that fairy tale. But the reality of it is, there is something called the second shift that I'm learning about. And about 80% of women know what that second shift is. Men do not have the same expectation of household responsibility. And if you rack up, there was a study done by salary.com. If you rack up, so a woman has to be a chef, a nanny, a doctor from time to time, a fucking live-in nurse, a chauffeur. A woman has to be so much just to play that role of stay-at-home mom. And if you rack it up, that woman would make six figures if she was properly compensated for all of the hats and all of the titles and all of the roles that she plays in the house. So we have to stop discrediting housework. That's why I have nothing but the utmost respect for housewives. But what I'm saying is, do not let anybody limit you to domestication. Do not let anybody disempower you to merely just domestication, because even those housewives would make six figures had we put some fucking value on the daily work and contribution that they do for their households and for their families and for their husbands and for their children and all this other stuff. So, damn, I lost my whole train of thought. I talked about salary.com. What was I talking about before I said salary.com statistic? It was another statistic that I was talking about. Oh, the second shift. So studies showed that because the expectation of women is predominantly surrounding household labor and chores, when men get home, they don't alleviate what's called the woman's second shift. The moment that women typically walk through the door, they're expected to take care of all this shit, despite if they work that same 9 to 5 as their husband. And this is what we call those gender norms, those societal norms. These things are social constructs. That's why the divorce rate is lower for couples and partnerships that apparently this millennial generation done started, that sees this shit as teamwork makes the dream work. That's why these partnerships are fucking thriving. And when y'all hear teamwork makes the dream work, that don't necessarily mean that you paying bills. That don't. My partner wouldn't let me pay shit if it was up to him. But I personally just feel like I can do this and I can do that. And yeah, if you want to do all of that, cool. But this is what I want to do. And that to me is teamwork making the dream work. Because some of you guys are better at home. And that's you utilizing your strength over your partner's weakness. Some of y'all partners are better in the workforce or being a worker bee. And that's you utilizing your partner's strengths over your own weaknesses. That's teamwork making the dream work, y'all. And apparently that shit works in today's society because those are the couples, those are the relationships that have the lowest divorce rate. So everybody want union. Everybody want love. Everybody want to be in love. Everybody wants all this shit. But are you a team? Is this really a partnership? Is it really? Because when we talk about 50-50, the psyche goes to finances. We talking about 50-50 mental stability, 50-50 emotional stability, 50-50 physical stability, 50-50 spiritual stability. It's a whole fucking team. I just officiated Terry's wedding. We had couples, married couples within both families come up married for 30 years, 20 years, however many years. You want to know what every married couple had to say? Every single last married couple. Do y'all know what they had to say? That is a job. From the moment you wake up, you clock in. To the moment you go to sleep, you clock out. And whoever told you that partnership, teamwork and like that, conjoining bloodlines and family ties and lineages and raising families and building generational wealth, you guys, this is a job. This is a job that don't pay you every day. It don't pay you bi-weekly. You get paid in the long run for this shit. And some of us, when we be into the thick of it, when spirit is giving you opportunities to build upon partnerships and you feel the weight of it, because ain't nobody tell you that it was work to be done once you get in this partnership. Ain't nobody tell you that you evolving every day, your person evolving every day. Y'all got to be dedicated to getting to know each other every goddamn day. Ain't nobody tell you that it's a possibility y'all going to be growing this way and then come back in and then maybe grow out this way again. Like, this is the shit that I feel like makes love so idolized when it's with conditions. But the moment we start talking about love needing that work being put in, well, the moment we start talking about love needing consistency and love needing compromise and love needing understanding, the moment we start talking about that shit, unconditional love is unfamiliar to humanity. And when people start talking about what it entails and what it comes with, everybody light bulb go off because ain't nobody teach us that shit, right? Ain't nobody teach us about the work that comes with it. Ain't nobody teach us about growing apart just to come back together. Ain't nobody teach us about evolving every day and not losing yourself in your relationship either. Because a lot of people get in it and they get lost. Nobody's teaching us how to properly practice and exercise unconditional love. So you know what Mama Universe did? She said, man, fuck everybody. Y'all gonna teach yourselves. Why everybody done got thrown on this fucking self-love journey? It's to assist the world. These next unions, these next partnerships, these next divine counterparts and shit like that, they're redefining this love with conditions, y'all. This love with conditions shit, it's got to fucking go. It's creating a toxic culture. It's creating a toxic culture. And it's sad. It's sad how much we love people with conditions. I love you when, I love you if, I love you but, I love you maybe. Like, nah, my nigga, that's not how this shit work. Like, and now I see what vows are. I see the importance of vows because words are spells and it's power in that tongue. And when you are going through the darkest places with your partnership, you don't remember that you said till death do us part. But that manifestation sticks in your union once you said it with your tongue. It is imperative that y'all continuously speak life over y'all unions, speak life over y'all loved ones and y'all friendships and y'all partnerships, because it's so easy when you're in the midst of it to forget all of those affirmative things that you put into it, into your foundation to keep you standing up. Some of y'all are going through the darkest places in your relationship than you've ever been. Some of y'all don't even know if you're coming out on the other end. And Spirit is saying, do you not remember the power that I inflicted in your tongue? Some of us been speaking death upon ourselves and our partnerships and wonder why it's perishing before our eyes. Some of us ain't been speaking life into our partners the way we supposed to be. Some of us ain't speaking life into ourselves the way that we designed and bred to. And we wonder why we withering. We wonder why we deteriorating. Like that, there's power in that tongue. You know what I'm saying? You said without intention, it's just words. Absolutely. Absolutely. I can't believe I'm rapping, y'all. Why am I channeling like this? And I still feel like I got more to say. Why am I channeling like this? Did I bless the reading, y'all? I don't remember. Did we pray? Somebody tell me, did we pray? I don't remember. Divine Feminine, Spirit is just asking you to trust it. To trust it. Trust Spirit. You don't trust these niggas? Cool. Trust Spirit. You don't trust yourself? Okay, that's fine. Trust Spirit. Just trust it. You said we didn't pray? Okay, let's pray, y'all. Thank you, God. Thank you, angels. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, ascended masters. Mother God, Father God, I ask that you utilize me as a humble vessel. Fill me up with divine love, divine light, divine lessons, divine blessings, divine guidance, and divine intuition for myself and for my beautiful soul family. I ask that you fill us up until we overflow mentally, spiritually, physically, and emotionally. Ashe to the ancestors. Ayi to my lineage, and Amun to the originals. But yeah, I thought that was very interesting. I wanted to share that part with you guys, that when a woman starts to get to that age where she wants to now consider being a mother, being a wife, and doing all these other things, she ultimately, in that same breath, in that same process, is considering what she has to sacrifice in her own personal life just to fulfill those roles. How many of y'all felt like y'all had to give those parts of your dreams and your goals and your aspirations up for your husband and for your kids? Did your husband give up his dreams for y'all? Is your kids going to give up their college goals and their career goals for you? Why is the divine feminine expected to sacrifice so fucking much? And when do we stop enabling the world to have that expectation placed upon us to give up so much? How much have you given up? How much are you willing to keep giving up, divine feminine? Do you not realize if you sacrifice for yourself as much as you sacrifice for others, I hear, that you would be 10 steps further? I'm glad, Hayden. I'm glad you have shivers, because I feel like I'm just rapping at this point. I want to pull cards. And I'm like, I hope they get me. I hope they feel me. I hope they understand. This that big mama energy that I've been feeling. And she's angry because she fed up. She looking at all her daughters. And she just like, man, what the fuck they got them thinking? I can't even maneuver through their spirits. I can't even move their spirits. The programming's so thick. They done told my daughters that all they good for is some Kanikalon when they could run miles around these bitches. Stop playing with them. It's just this untapped into, underestimated potential that the divine feminine has no clue about. It's 1:11 where? What time zone y'all in? What time zone is that? Is that Cali? I want to pull cards, but she's still coming through. Oh, 1:11 in the chat. It's 112 people in the chat, y'all, and we only have 87 thumbs up. I humbly ask on your way in, if my content resonates with your intuition, I humbly ask on your way in, please do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and comments. But yeah, you guys, I want y'all to really, really make a realistic list for yourself. And I want you to ask your inner child, what was your first dreams before the world told you that they was too far-fetched, or that they was too big for you, or that, you know, you was too small for it? And I want you to ask your teenage self, what place did it see itself in the world back then? And I want you to ask that 21-year-old self, you freshly grown, freshly got a new perspective of who you are and what you want. Ask her again, what was we supposed to be one time? Can you remind me? I want you to see how that shit changed. And was it really because of you? Because when you ask your inner child, it's still going to make you feel lit. That shit's still going to ignite a fire in you. Why did that shit change, though? How did it change? Where did it change? What experiences caused it to change? This is why we're doing this experiment, y'all. We getting that inner child, that teenage self, that early adult, and that current version, wherever you are in it, all back on the same page. Because who changed them? Who placed them against each other? Who told them that they didn't all have the same, they wasn't all on the same accord? You know? I told y'all my hiatus was really due to me looking at all my progress like, psh, and looking at all my goals like, that's the one, that's the one. And I literally self-punished myself. I felt like I had to go through a whole grieving period where my spirit had to show me how disappointed it was in me. Because it didn't feel seen, it didn't feel appreciated. My spirit felt so bad for how I was treating its progress while praising the rest of its goals. And my spirit was like, bitch, that's one and the same. Like, I'm not doing nothing for you. I don't fuck with you right now. How dare you not acknowledge all of our progress, but sit here and idolize where I'm still moving you toward? Connected with my mom. What did I enjoy doing as a child? Was nice to see from her perspective what and feeling what still lit me up. That's beautiful, Jamila. That's beautiful. Thank y'all. I think I blessed this reading. Before I fuck around and bless it again, let me pull some cards. I think I blessed it already. Ancestors, speak to divine feminine's heart. Speak to her soul. I did not mean to wrap y'all up this long, but we got it out. Let's see what else comes out. Ancestors, what do you have to say to the collective of divine feminines who are on their spiritual journey, who are doing the work? What guidance, what messages do you have for us right now? Thank you. Whew. Goddess of Demino. Look at how, yo, she's giving Aztec Mayan warrior. It's giving Native American goddess. She is gorgeous. She is larger than life here. She kind of looks like an Amazonian warrior because of the, she looks like a stallion. She legs thick, ass built, tall as can be. You know what I'm saying? There is something about you being larger than life here. There is something about you being bigger than what you give yourself credit for. There is something about this, that's a big ass sword. I just heard kill or be killed too. Ancestors, let's get one on this. Let's get an energetic encounter with the goddess of Mino. I'm gonna take this imbalance. Look at this, y'all. Some of us been having some really, really high highs. These moments come in and it's like we living on cloud nine. We feeling ourselves. We up here with it. And then some of us have the same type of low lows. There's a Libra here, because whenever I describe my brother, yo, like that's the best way for me to describe him. Like there is no in between. This nigga's either all the way happy, like life at a party, where is Vaughn at? Yeah, turn up. Ari is dead because he gone, or he's all the way angry. Like there's no calming him down. You gotta hold him back. He's ready to throw hands. And it's something about that Libra energy where it's like, y'all don't realize that y'all are going to some type of extremes, divine feminine. Spirit is asking you to find your equilibrium right now. Bring it back home. Bring it to the middle. Bring it to neutrality. You need some type of neutrality where you're able, this low feels like rage. I just heard, like, I don't know. It feels like rage. This low lately, This high, I feel like a lot of people see that's when you all the way up. You vibrant, you bubbly, you're energetic, you're high vibrational. And this low is like night and fucking day. And that's why it's like an imbalance that's going on inside of you. It could be a chemical imbalance here as well. And can we prioritize mental health, guys? Like, I'm starting to prioritize my OCD better. I am. I'm not about to sit here and act like I don't have certain characteristics and traits that are symbolic of OCD, but I'm not going to sit here and say that I have OCD or OCD has me. I got some traits of that bitch. We might favor each other. We might look alike from time to time. I could learn a little something by looking closely at it, but some of you guys are processing some type of imbalance where you go from here to here, but you don't know how to bring it here. So you go from smiling to frowning like 0 to 100. Let's get these out the book, y'all. Goddess of Demino. I want to do Divine Masculine now. This was beautiful for Divine Feminine. It says overcome, conquer, collect, avoid care of both obstacles and opponents. The goddess of Demino wields the sword of victory. Led by her ancestors, she is both shielded and strengthened as she stands atop, peering down at those in which she has just slain. Either a victor or a victim, we must all be, and clearly, this goddess has made her choice. So what choice shall you make? At this moment, you may find yourself in a quiet battle. There is something that you need or desire. However, it's noticeably bright and shiny, and unfortunately, you are not the only one who wants it. So what will you do? Will you cower and recede, leaving the glory and the win for another? Or will you stand tall and swing your sword with might on your path to victory? The choice is yours. So know that now is not the time for fear or even insecurities. Now is the time to shine in the moonlight and show them why you're the brightest star. But know that stars are hot, and give yourself permission to burn if necessary. It is your time, so shine. I love that message for the Divine Feminine. I love that message for you. Let's get in balance. If one reached into their chest and pulled out their heart as evidence of care, would it amount to that of thine own? The scales never lie, and no two hearts beat the same. Every so often, there comes a time when our love for someone must be put on full display. Be it through a necessary action or movement, we make the agreement to put our own heart on the scale for another, in hopes that our love will measure up. However, no matter how we approach the scale, the calculation will be accurate. So if one comes up with a full heart, you will know. And if one comes up with an empty heart, you will know that as well. There's an imbalance in love right now, y'all. You could fake it, but for so long, somebody representative, they held on to it for so long that it was like it was pulling the wool over some of y'all eyes. But now it's like the representative is leaving. You're finally getting glimpses of who this person really is at their core, within their spirit. You know what I'm saying? And you see all the imbalances now. Those imbalances that you couldn't see when their representative was still present. Understand me, people formulate those representatives to strategically deflect, to strategically trick you, to strategically prevent you from seeing those real aspects of them that they're ultimately hiding from you. So the representative is there to do exactly what I feel like it did in this instance, was prevent you from seeing all of the lack of chemistry, all of the lack of compatibility, all of the lack of reciprocation. All of that shit was just hidden by this person's representative. Now you see their representative slowly going out the door, And you start to see these imbalances for what it truly is. It's just clear as day. It's inevitable. You can't deny it unless you choose to. So if this is in regards to another platonic person, this partnership is not in balance. One of you is giving more to your joint venture or receiving more from your joint venture than the other. Either way, examine the fairness of this connection. In regards to a romantic relationship, the love within this union is currently out of balance and causing one party to feel extremely low. It's time to either measure up or find a partner equally yoked. In regards to yourself, you may have given your all to someone or something, but have not received your expected return. Know when it's not worth it. I'm nosy. We putting this to the side. We got to clarify this. I'm nosy. I don't know. Something about this deck. I pulled it out. It's on the table. That means that they want to use it. But it's something about this deck. It's just... All right, ancestors, what is this imbalance surrounding for the divine feminine? What is she currently... What's causing this imbalance? What is causing this imbalance for her? No woman, no crime. What is this imbalance being caused by? No woman, no crime. What's up, Scorpio? Introduce your shit. Welcome to the reading. We got release. Some of y'all been holding on for dear life, honey. Some of y'all got that tight grip on this person, this place, or this thing. Some of y'all don't realize that you are stopping changes and transformations from occurring in your life because some of y'all abandonment issues just refuse to let go or let somebody else leave you. Some of y'all don't realize that you hold on with the death grip like this because you would just rather not have to deal with the grief of abandonment. You don't really want this motherfucker. You don't really want this person. Like, death came out clearly. This Scorpio energy is like, bitch, you contemplated at least once or twice or thrice about releasing them. It's the abandonment part that kicks in high gear and you just be like, oh, fuck no, I don't want to do that part. That's the part that I don't want to do. So Spirit is pretty much saying, like, y'all intuition with the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. What's up, Pisces? Introduce your shit. Welcome to the reading. You just ain't been listening to it. You ain't been listening to your intuition when it tells you to release something. And the lack of trust, faith, and spirit in your higher self and your intuition in the universe is what's causing these imbalances in your life. Clarify death. What is this change and transformation surrounding? What changes and transforms once something is released? We got the solar plexus chakra. Here goes your confidence, baby. Stella got her groove back. You hear me? Here goes the solar plexus chakra. That's where y'all blockage truly is. Some of y'all don't believe in yourself enough. You don't believe that if you release this person, you can bounce back. You don't believe that the grass is truly greener on the other side. You don't believe that it gets better than this or you deserve better than this. There is a belief in self. That solar plexus is attached to our confidence. It's attached to our self-worth and things of that nature. And a lot of you guys have to give this particular chakra some undivided attention because it's being triggered and it's causing imbalances because it's not balanced. That chakra is off balance. And Spirit is asking you with the Four of Pentacles here to stop holding back. Some of you guys are trying to tell the problem that it ain't been probleming in your life. Some of you guys been trying to tell the problem, shh, like it don't exist, like it's just gonna go away. Some of y'all been trying to act like the problem just ain't really there, and every day it just be popping up for breakfast. Like, you gonna open up? You gonna deal with me today? Not today? All right, I'll be back tomorrow. I feel like it's cord cutting season for some divine feminine. Some of these cords y'all had for years, okay? But it's weakening your solar plexus every time you tell yourself that you need anything other than the Most High. And I wish Let's clarify Goddess of Demino. I just want to put one on her real quick. Yeah, it's cord cutting season, my nigga. I don't know what Carl Thomas talking about in the background, but confirm me. Some of y'all just don't know where to snip. Like, do I snip in the beginning? Do I get better results if I go right here? Like, y'all just don't know, like, a lot of y'all doing some cord cutting, man. Goddess of Demino. What do you have to say to the divine feminine? I'm keeping this under an hour, guys. I'm keeping this under an hour. What do you have to say to the divine feminine? What is your guidance? What is your message to the collective of divine feminine? I kind of want to spoil divine masculine now. Hold on, y'all. That was a lot. Okay. We got two majors. She said, baby, we got the moon and we got justice. The moon says to confront. Justice says to detach. Okay, secretly, y'all already know that every ancestor been telling y'all to detach from a person, a place, or a thing. Secretly, you know it has to get done for you to move forward. Secretly, you know it just requires a lot of strength. And I don't know if you're ready to step into that energy where you gotta boss up a little bit. Now, when I see the moon to justice, some of y'all are secretly getting karmic retribution. And the reason why it shouldn't matter is because you shouldn't have been expecting it. But some of y'all are going to get this glimpse of karmic retribution. This justice to the moon is like, y'all didn't know that all along, or all, nevertheless, somebody was really receiving justice behind the scenes. Something about this also tells me that the fact that somebody couldn't break you was justice for them. Y'all don't understand how much somebody really thought that you was gonna fall type shit. Like, what they did to you was just enough to break you. And here go the Goddess of Demino energy. Like, we built for it tough. We built different. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like you not crashing and it makes them feel worse that they didn't get the outcome. Y'all still can't hear me? Y'all still can't hear me? No, I don't want to keep talking. That was, I don't know why he called me and I told him I was live. Okay, y'all can hear me now. But, yeah, somebody really wanted to break you. You don't understand. They strategically did certain things in their power that they wanted to deteriorate your confidence with. They wanted to make you feel some type of way with. As you showed them that I'm built for it tough and I am unbreakable and I bounce back from anything, just give me time type shit, it started to make them have to confront themselves and look at themselves in the mirror and really question, like, why did they inflict certain traumas or certain pains, or why did they intentionally do certain things? It's got them looking at themselves like, damn, I'm kind of fucked up for that. Y'all still can't hear me? Can y'all hear me now? Let's close this out, ancestors. One for the divine feminine. Speak to her heart. Speak to her soul. Okay. Yeah, these motherfuckers was just like, you know what? If I don't call her for a week, that shit gonna fuck with her head. Like, my nigga, what point is you trying to prove? Like, what's wrong with y'all niggas? Like, oh yeah, if I ghost her, then she gonna be all up. My nigga, how do you sleep at night? Like, these niggas be really, they did get hard off of the reactions that some of y'all give them. Some of y'all was in y'all goddess of the Demino energy and y'all didn't give them no reactions. And you gotta understand, now they got a soft dick. That shit ain't, it's like why the fuck did I do that shit to her? That's dumb as fuck. Like, she ain't even, so much manipulation, correct. And the thing is, manipulation is an art, it's a skill. Anybody who's in sales will tell you that. Anybody who's worked in sales will tell you manipulation, sales is the art of manipulation. So I just don't understand what personal gain outside of egotistical gain that some men get from trying to. There's a wave of weak ass niggas in the collective, and they are literally only attracted to strong ass bitches, strong ass females. I'm talking the ones at the top of the food chain, the most independent baddies of them all. They're only attracted to women with power and status and strength. And you want to know why? Because they little dicks get hard when they feel that they were able to break somebody that was bigger than them, that was better than them, that was above them in a sense. Their little egos, they little dicks, they get a little high off that shit. Y'all can't tell me that's not mental in fucking stability. These niggas need fucking help. There's a whole wave of weak ass niggas. I'm talking, they don't got a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of half of the time. But all they fucking attracted to is these women that they know are way out of their league. And what makes them feel a little sense of fucking high is that woman's power, because they ain't got none. It's feeling like they disempowered that woman because ultimately they don't. What other high do they get off of their fucked up shitty lives? They don't have shit going for themselves. So to see them break somebody else, that's gotta be a mind fuck. These niggas need help. They need help. So let me tell y'all, every time y'all show them, you cannot break down what can't be broken. Send that motherfucker into a whole dark night, okay? Confronting shit, looking at they demons and shit, looking in the mirror and shit. They got justice coming for their ass. They ain't had no, they too busy trying to break powerful people. They don't even got no fucking ends in their karmic bank account. They can't even pay a fucking karmic debt like this. And then y'all see how that shit just show up externally. Like, y'all see, when y'all really look at these niggas for what it is, they don't have love. They don't have faith. They don't have abundance. They don't got shit. Because they steadily doing shit like this. Like, I'm trying to tell y'all. Like, close this out, ancestors. Speak to the divine feminine's heart. Speak to her soul. You said, nah, it's bigger than that. Let me know what it is. If you know, Professor, tell us. Because I damn sure don't. I just think that's some real life trauma. You know what I'm saying? That's some real life trauma. It is. I agree with that too, Lady Tiffany. A man that sleeps with many women is a red flag to me. He needs validation and he is insecure. It is a feminine characteristic to seek attention in that manner. A lot of these niggas in today's day and age are doing the type of magic that divine feminines are supposed to be doing. Y'all out here doing all of this extra candle work. Y'all doing all these herbs and shit. Y'all putting in that physical work when y'all supposed to be doing glamour spells. Y'all supposed to be using... Come on. How many niggas y'all see on the internet now thirst trapping? They doing feminine fucking magic. They're doing feminine manifestation rituals. They're doing... It's not... We not dealing with them granddaddies that came in with muddy boots and worked 18-hour shifts. It's a different type of masculinity in this collective. And I'm not speaking for all divine masculines. I'm not speaking for that select few that gets it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. Because trust me when I say y'all deserve more credit. Y'all deserve more credit. But yeah, them niggas that feel like they need this bitch on Monday, that bitch on Tuesday, that bitch on Wednesday, this bitch on Thursday, that bitch on Friday, my nigga, what are you missing in your life? Like, what are you doing? What's missing? Like, what are you running from? And usually it's themselves, because the bitch on Monday, they know the version of themselves that they want them to know. Then they get to be a whole nother version of themselves on Tuesday. Then they get to be a whole nother version of themselves on Wednesday. Then they get to tell the bitch on Thursday that they this version of themselves. They got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday believing a totally different person exists within the same realm. Then they go home at night, or when they're by themselves, they face all those feelings of inadequacy. Typically, the man with multiple sexual partners are faced with feelings of inadequacy. They're looking to fill those voids by way of other sexual partnerships, because sex gives you this temporary satisfaction, this temporary gratification that once you leave the act within itself, you still got to deal with your problems. And that's why it becomes 1 woman, 2 women, 3 women, 4 women, because they're running from themselves and they're looking for their solution or their problems in these situations, and they haven't took the time to process their trauma themselves. Looking for yourself in multiple people shows how much you don't know you, or how much you hate yourself and don't want to face the reality of who you are. Either or, carrying on. It is what it is. I'm not talking about people who are in healthy polygamous relationships. I do want to say that. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that. Shirley said you love these segments. Aww. I love spoiling the divine feminine like this. I want to start splitting them up a little bit. Splitting them up. Closing message. You can't tell me this ain't for the divine feminine. You cannot tell me that I wasn't supposed to do this for us today. You can't tell me. Didn't I say all our wombs are connected? It says divine sensuality, making love, erotica. I want to give you some good love. Oh, I don't know what to say. I just heard, yeah, I'll be good and bad, but I'll be bad for you, baby. I never made love, I never did it, but I sure know how to. Some of y'all, this ain't fucking. Divine feminine, somebody got that shit like a faucet. It is, they've tapped into your will. This is making love to the extent where it feels like you connect the divine father back to the divine mother. It feels ritualistic here. Some of you guys have been craving this deep spiritual sex, young. Like, y'all been craving something deeper. And there's this energy of this person who don't fuck you. They really make love to you. They look at studying your body like an art. They take pride in that shit. How they know how to make you climax, how to make you orgasm. And this is a really, really deep spiritual connection that you share through intimacy as well. It just went left, did it not, y'all? That shit just went a little left field. Divine feminine, you are touch deprived right now. Some of you guys are sexually frustrated as well, but y'all don't want to just fuck something. Like, y'all want y'all spirits fucked. Y'all want y'all minds penetrated. Y'all want, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then there's somebody here that does it for you, though. It's somebody here that you feel like just checked all them boxes, crosses all them T's, honey dots, all them fucking I's for you. It's just like, no complaints whatsoever. They just do it for you here. There is this energy of you needing, you said yes, but he is toxic as fuck. I cannot. Why the fuck it gotta be like that? Like, why is it usually paired that way? Like, and let men tell you it be them crazy bitches with the best yoni. Why the fuck is it like that? That's weird. That's weird, y'all. Why I gotta be like that? And we can go far. I just heard a love child. Some of you guys are getting ready to make a baby out of pure fucking love. Like, this is when you pee on that pregnancy test. Both of y'all smiling ear to ear because y'all know that baby was a love child. Y'all made this child out of pure fucking bliss and love. The unconditional love frequency. Yeah, let's get it out the book, y'all. All right. Yes, the mermaids are protectors and champions of sexuality and freedom, allure, and power. To experience physical bliss is not a purely physical event. There is an intimate connection that connects people who make love or kiss or even just shake hands, who touch. And when we engage in this great intimacy with another, there is established between us a strong energetic connection. So it is wise to consider who we make love with and when and where and very much why. But there is also an undercurrent in our culture that still sees lovemaking, sensuality, and the love of pleasure of the body and the celebration and elevation of that pleasure to an art as something is laden and twisted with guilt. The tainted sexual beliefs of the medieval era, which led to a hatred of the body, of sexuality, and a demonstration of women, are still with us in some ways. Even the sexualization of our bodies undermines our ability to make love, to pleasure ourselves, and to enjoy this great pleasure and joy that has been gifted to us. The mermaid has come to be a symbol of the temptress, the woman who wishes to draw men and lovers to her. And in many ways, she is the symbol of danger. And so it is with our sensuality. If you have drawn this card, it is likely you are ready to explore and dive into your own physical expression of bliss. It may be through making love with a cared for other, achieving greater intimacy in your relationships, or even experiencing blissful sensual moments while receiving a massage or dancing. But this card encourages you to reconnect with the love of your natural physicality and to explore the pleasure your sensuality can bring you, and to begin to understand and untangle any of the lingering cultural or personal guilt you may have about this. There are many beliefs in our culture, many taboos too, that women who enjoy sexual feelings and evoke them in others are impure. I have to do a video about the sex workers in the spiritual community now, because y'all be having them fucked up. Y'all really do, and they be so spiritual. They really do. And it's this fucking what is purity, y'all? What is purity? What is it? Because the etymology or the origin, the root word of virginity was to be choosy with who you give your body to, not necessarily what they told us that it was today. Sorry, I started feeling some type of way. I just been feeling like when it comes to double standards, especially in regards to sex, it's ridiculous how much it stagnates the divine feminine from being authentic to their primal nature as well. Because if men ever thought that women don't want sex just as much as they do, you got another thing coming. Women be thinking about that shit just as much. Women want that shit just as much. It's nothing that we are humans before we are male or female. It's bare minimum shit that separates how we maneuver in this world. There are many beliefs in our culture, many taboos too, that women who enjoy sexual feelings and evoke them in others are impure, courting danger, threatening to themselves and to other women, and dangerous to other men. But the truth is, we all have a seductress within us, a mermaid-like being who dwells within our psyche and subconscious, who is able to show us how to pleasure ourselves and others, and how healing this sacred sensuality is and can be. It says, it is possible at this time that you are being judged by others for the sexual choices and mates you have chosen or may be about to choose. Please know it is your birthright to choose freely who you give yourself to and why. The only question is whether this is a sacred and honorable exchange, whether this feels like it is a good choice for you personally. It is time to put aside societal and even cultural and traditional norms and judgments about who we choose and how we choose to enact sensuality. There is a boundary being broken, though. As long as this is a free choice of your own and one that brings you wisdom, health, joy, and respect, it is not for others to make this choice. It is yours alone. So break through the fear. And I want to say break through the programming that told you that your body is your own. I feel like that's a whole other thought, 20, 30 minutes that I'll be going into that whole what the fuck is purity bullshit. And this is somebody who if I told y'all my body count, y'all be like. So trust me when I say that cultural, traditional shit, a lot of Caribbean women, a lot of ethnic women. So Indian, Middle Eastern, African, Caribbean, them cultural standards, them traditional standards, they will have you fearful of your body. They will have you looking at your body like it's disgusting. They will have you thinking that, like, it's fucked up. It's fucked up. While men are walking around here empowered, they slinging that thing. Can you call a spade a spade? I'm just saying. They out here just slinging that thing. And I'm not saying that everybody deserves your body, but sex is powerful, you guys. And if you have trustworthy individuals, you deserve to go all the way there. Like, don't stop yourself. Don't cap yourself. Like, some of y'all haven't even experienced the true climax. Because I was just literally learning, and y'all can deny this all the fuck you want. They've done enough studies on this. I wish I had my tablet so I could pull out my intersectionality book and read it to y'all verbatim. But I was just learning. There's no such thing as a vaginal orgasm. They used to tell women who could not have a vaginal orgasm that they were clinically, psychologically crazy. So you damn right women started to, yeah, I'm coming. Throw it back, moaning, doing all that shit, legs shaking, all that shit. Because if not, we ended up in psychiatric homes because a man by the name of, what the fuck was his name? It starts with an F. They said that a woman who could not have a vaginal orgasm and can only have a clitoral orgasm was immature and was also fragile or fragile or something like that. And they put those women in homes because I'm not saying that some of y'all don't have vaginal orgasms. I'm saying that the reason why a lot of you guys are able to have orgasms by way of penetration is because of where your clitoris is located. It's because your clitoris is located close enough towards the vaginal canal that the friction of penetration allows you to experience climax. But the reality of it is, if these niggas ain't eating pussy, why the fuck is you fucking them? If it's only two positions for real, missionary and maybe when a woman get on top. If there is no clitoral stimulation, the woman gets abso-fucking-lutely nothing out of the sexual experience. And y'all got these men leaving these experiences feeling like they ego all hyped the fuck up because you done faked it. And psychologically, your ancestors told you to fake it. This shit is in our mitochondria. It's a fucking trauma where we sit there and we moan and we act like we all into it. No, you're into the fact that you're pleasing him. We've been buck broken so much that we don't even focus on our own pleasure during sexual experiences no more. We're getting wet off the high of being able to please somebody else. That's why after that nigga come once, that's it. While your ass still be busting and busting and busting and busting back to back to back to back because your clitoris is the equivalent to the same thing that's the same nerve endings that's on his shaft, that's on the head of his penis. And that's why they prioritize. Look at the pornography industry. Look at what's being promoted. Everything is penetration. Everything is also being. If the woman is not in it, then all of a sudden porn ain't porning or something. So she becomes the focus. She becomes the highlight, and her pleasure is not being prioritized whatsoever. I'm here to tell everybody, y'all been fake. If that nigga ain't eating yoni, y'all faking them fucking orgasms. Can we address the psychological issue that tells us that it's okay to fucking lay there for 20, 30, 40, 50 minutes, an hour and get fucked on like that for the pleasure of somebody else only? What? And we've only been doing that shit just so we could stay with our family and stay with our kids and not have to end up in a crazy home? There's no such thing as a vaginal orgasm. Y'all gotta stop gassing these niggas and tell them how to make you come. Show them where your G-spot is. Make them learn your fucking bodies. Because our grandmothers and shit was so fucking dependent upon these niggas that they felt like they didn't have no voices. These niggas is fucked up in this generation because here it is. The woman don't need protection. I could go buy a gun too. The women don't need provision. They got better jobs than half of us. You know what they need? Everything our grandfathers didn't prepare us to do. We got to listen to them. We got to understand them. So I got to take the time to get her. I really got to. This is the shit that granddaddies wasn't doing and didn't prepare this generation to do. Granddaddies was like, you protect, you provide, you go out there and you could be a whole fucking Rolling Stone. Who cares, right? Now these niggas is coming across women that's like, nah, I'm good. And they fucked up in the head and they don't realize because she don't need your protection. She could bust that 40. She could bust that Glock. She could bust that deuce just like you, my nigga. She could take those classes just like you. She don't need your provision. 9 times out of 10, she got her own shit just like you. So now what does she need you for? And did your pappy prepare you for that shit? So niggas, they got the pressure against them right now because the new type of love that is required, the new type of love that the divine feminine is expecting, they gotta unlearn and relearn some shit real quick. Especially them niggas that still think that beating the fucking yoni up is something to brag about. That's some toxic ass culture. This is a whole fucking organ that gives birth to generations. Why are y'all beating that shit up? What did the yoni do to you? That's why this card came out. Some of y'all still think that that's pleasurable. Some of y'all feminine still think that getting fucked like that is okay. Letting a nigga beat all the fucking trauma out their body into yours is okay. So that's why I channeled this song. I never made love. I just know how to fuck or whatever. Is it bad that I never made love? I never did it, but I sure know how to fuck. Okay. A lot of y'all know how to fuck. A lot of y'all know how to drain that dick. A lot of y'all know how to get the cum out. But a lot of y'all don't even know your own body and how to make you squirt and how to tilt the dick and how to do all of this other shit because they told y'all that sex was for him. Now y'all believe that you get to come out your vagina. I call bullshit. I call bullshit. Half of y'all deserve to know what it really feel like to orgasm, to leave your body, to manifest with that energy, to climax with that energy, you guys. Y'all do not deserve to give your body to these niggas and they not letting you get the full fucking benefit. Come on, y'all. Divine sensuality. Y'all need to stop lying to y'all niggas. Tell y'all niggas what feels good. Tell them. Tell them. Tell them what you like. Tell them what you need. Tell them where your erogenous zones are. Tell them. Y'all have to communicate this. I did not mean to go in like this, y'all. This is one of the longest readings that I did. But shout out to the Divine Feminine. I love you guys. I missed you guys. We have to do this more often, okay? I feel like spoiling the Divine Masculine, but I gotta go pull up on somebody real quick. So I might come back later on tonight or tomorrow. Yeah, y'all. I just all of a sudden forgot what the fuck I was talking about. I know it was sex because I looked down at this card. But I was really channeling. Until next time, so family, I send y'all love, peace, light, and darkness, and a little bit of balance. So y'all know what to do with both vibrations. Until next time, soul family.